Here are 3 powerful psychological techniques to stop obsessing over someone. It doesn't matter if you haven't been in a relationship with this person, you could have been in a 2-week situationship, it still works. First, here's what you need to understand. You are not obsessing over a person. You're obsessing over the idea of a person. Maybe they rejected you, that hurt your ego, and now you're chasing validation. Maybe they represent for you an ideal for the perfect partner. So you have projected on them all of these fantasies of they're the most handsome, smart, intelligent, fun, they have the perfect life, and this is your ideal of Cinderella, of Prince Charming. If you're obsessing over them, you are not seeing them for who they truly are. You're not seeing them as a human being. You're seeing them as an ideal on a pedestal. So the first step is to start seeing them as human. Whether that means spending more time with them or observing them and seeing their flaws, seeing their insecurities, seeing that they fart and poop as well. Take them off the damn pedestal. After you start humanizing them, seeing their flaws, and stop seeing them like a unicorn, the second thing you need to do is understand what this person represents for you. To give you a hint, obsession usually happens when that person triggers a certain trauma in us. Something like not feeling good enough. So let's say you are a girl and you obsess over the popular boy that all the girls want, but he ignores you, right? The stereotype. Or you're a boy and you obsess over the bad girl that all the boys want. If you have a trauma that makes you feel like you are not good enough, you will go to people that you see as superior to you and that you can conquer, so it gives you that sense of validation, right? You will go to people and you will develop obsessions with people that reject you because that is what touches your trauma. That's what makes you want to go and prove yourself and validate yourself that, no, I will conquer them and I will feel like I'm good enough. Like I'm good enough for this idealized person that I created in my mind. In other cases, that person can represent maybe a parent that was emotionally unavailable and that hasn't shown you love properly. So now you are chasing that love that you haven't got from your parents from this unavailable person that is the perfect match with it's the perfect mirror of your parent that was unavailable, right? And that didn't give you what you needed. So now you go to someone else to not give you what you need, basically. And the third thing might be a little bit hard to hear, and it's a bit more deep and psychological. And it is that if you are obsessing over someone, if you're idealizing someone, if you're putting them on a pedestal, it means you don't have a very strong self-center. You don't have a pillar that holds you together. You are kind of like a leaf in the wind that will attach itself to people that are more strong. Maybe you are a people pleaser. Maybe you have quite a flexible, moldable personality. When you have a low self-esteem and you can't really trust yourself or count on yourself or, trust that you can handle things, generally have high self-confidence and esteem, you will have the tendency to idealize people in general. Maybe you have role models or gurus or, you develop obsessions more often. And you will attach yourself to that person because they can be kind of like a guide for you almost. They kind of give you self-identity instead of you having your own self-identity. So like the image of yourself kind of depends on that person. Oh, I am the girlfriend or the boyfriend of this perfect human being. It's not like I am my own person in myself and I like myself and I feel complete and fulfilled. So this is a whole entire trauma that takes a lot of processing and a lot of months, maybe even years for people to kind of heal, but it's not impossible. And you need to start with small steps towards developing this more concrete, this more stable self-identity and self-image. Start by finding out who you are, what you like to do, what brings you joy and fulfillment. Have a goal that you work towards, have a skill that you develop. See how it is to be in your own presence and start developing that independence. Because otherwise, you will be dependent on other people, you will develop obsessions, and it will never be healthy. And you will never have a healthy relationship if you are dependent, if you're putting people off on pedestals. Because the moment you get with them, let's say you conquer them and you actually get with that person that you obsess over, they will immediately fall off the pedestal when you start getting to know them better and see that they're a normal human being that is really flawed and you might not even like them. And it will be a mismatch with the idea that you had of them and you'll fall out of love with them. Easy.